Alright, welcome back to the Supercoach Nuff channel. In this video we're going to review round 4 rather, of the 2025 NRL Fantasy season. So I guess unlike the Supercoach disaster that's going on, Fantasy's not going too badly. So we scored a 905 this week, which has pushed us up to 11,000th overall. So about 3,000 spots, which is good growth for this time of year. And about 11,000 for the round 2, so nice little bit of symmetry there. But if we have a look at the team this week, we had Mamazelis score a 39, which is solid enough at his price point. The middles continue to do what we hoped they would do. Isaiah Yeo was 65, is about par for what he's priced at. Terrell May, fantastic with an 85. And we captained Payne Haas with a 67, so solid return there. He's just under the million mark. Could potentially get there next week. The edges, so I guess like we've been saying, solid but not spectacular. So Mitch Barnett with just the 48 has leaked a little bit more cash, and Hopgood with a 53. So fantastic without being outstanding. I guess copy and paste that for the the halves. Jamie Humphries with a 54 in what was a bit of a lower performance. Actually, they beat the Panthers, didn't they? I don't know what I was thinking. I think I was thinking of the Sharks. Don't know why. But Metcalf with a 48 was good. Stafford Toa with a 50, scoring a try. Long ranger was nice. Toya with a 38, so continues to just solidly make some bank. Nwanga Nitawasi with a 44. Iongi with a 28, so still struggling to just get it going there. And Tom Jenkins, so shout out to, I think the channel's called Eat Sleep Fantasy Repeat, who did a bit of analysis on the cheapies and pointed out that Jenkins was probably a bit more reliable than De Groot. And so shout out to my guy who's been copying my team. I did notice that you didn't make the change. I didn't make it too public, but we've now got different teams, so that's something. But fortunately for me, it worked out with the 53 for Jenkins this week. On the bench, Tommy Gilbert with a 36, and did he get a suspension? Oh no, I haven't been following the news clearly. Let's have a look. Gilbert pleaded guilty. That's not helpful for this week. So is it just a 1 weeker? Should have probably checked all this before we kicked off. 1 match. Alright, cool. So a hold. That's alright. Not ideal, but I think we can work with it. Sandon Smith with just the 20. So I think he's getting pretty close to tapping out. He's made 130k, so nothing to sneeze at there. Definitely done a job for us. Caltoga, so 44 is really nice return for him. And Jack Cole, so this was sort of, I guess, the reason why we had him in, was in the hope he could crack a big score and really kick off some cash gen. So 350k. Not too sure on the break even, but I'm sure it'll be very low. So here's a one we can hold on to for a couple more weeks, and he will make us, that 150 sort of base mark that we like for our cheapies. Riley Smith with 27 continues to tick along, playing the slow burn there with him. So head-to-heads this week, leagues. So in the first league, a comfortable win over Shano's Guns. So let's have a look. Shano had Corey Horsburgh with a 48. Obviously I had Isaiah Yeo as a difference maker there. So he's played Tommy Gilbert in the starting team, so perhaps no Hopgood. Not too sure where I've gained points because the edges were the same. Bo Thermal with a 50, halves were the same. Oh, so Tom Travojevic with an 8, obviously 53 to Jenkins. And then I think just playing Jack Cole on the bench was 66 as opposed to 19 there for, although Shibasaki was 60. So I guess Tom Gilbert's score 47. I guess maybe a couple of little difference makers here and there added up to that 100-point difference. But we'll have a look across the league, see if anyone outscored. Looks like a few outscored the 900s. So 944 for the Supremers. Couple of Bulldogs legends doing well this week. Well done, Stephen, though. Number one for the week, and number one overall too, by the looks of it. So he had the same middles and hooker setup. Nafahu White has been really good and probably one we've missed, unfortunately. Nicholson with 42, solid. Played Cole and Humphries in the halves, nice. Both did. Very similar teams. The both great minds think alike, hey boys. Stafford, Toa. So then had Tom Jenkins, Tamale with the 50, so another one we've missed in this format. Jaden Campbell, that's very tasty. Nice stuff there. And then solid bench as well. Seyfarth with the 60, Horsburgh, AJ Brimson with the 49. Nice little bit of junk try there at the end. But I guess trading him for Jenkins, I'm pretty happy with the cash in bank that was made with that move. In the second league, snuck a win over Il Easy. I think that might be, or Too Easy. I'm with it now. And 894 is a respectable score. So Tommy Starling getting 2 points up on Mamazelis. Middle's the same. Had Nafahu White. Sandon Smith. I played Sandon Smith on the bench. So Purdue 36 is solid. Had Campbell and Tamale. So and had Cole on the bench. So I guess Tupanua with the 21 probably did a little bit better than with Katoga, for example. But other than that, not too sure where I've actually won that. Maybe Stafford Toa making a few points. So it was only 11 points in it. So I guess those were the difference makers in the end. But across the league, let's go to the fixtures. So a couple of 955s, so some big scores. So I think we have to have a look at both, don't we? Fatality, Phil's team. Captain Haas. Had Harry Grant with the 57, which was nice. Jacob Preston with the 77 was fantastic. Banked Cole's score with Cleary on field. Smooth. Maybe just forgot to trade Cleary. But worked out in the end. Solid back three as well. So nice scoring all round. And the other team was the Yorkshire Yowies, Mark's team. So I think he's featured the last couple of weeks. Oh, Mark's got two teams. Hey, look out. Obviously the Yorkshire boys doing the business this week. Payne Haas as captain. So I had Terrell May as the captain in the other team. That was probably the way to go. I guess, yeah, got Purdue's score there anyway with Sharp on field. Hines and Metcalf, yeah, Nafahu White, Jack Cole. So, yeah, a lot of the similar scores there, getting the 955. So I guess in terms of initial thoughts around trades, I guess with a bit of cash in the bank, we probably can look to do a little upgrade. And I think the obvious target, just looking at how my team currently sits, is with Iongi. So I don't think he's the worst pick. I just think, he's not making money in a hurry. Parramatta are really desperate to get Moses back. If I can have a look at the casualty ward, how far off is he? So if we scroll down to Para, so still a couple of weeks away for Moses. So I think we've got to, move fast in this game. So if we trade out Iongi, I don't know if we can do this in one trade, but I think for me the obvious wing fullback trade is Lehigh Hopewadi. So with Tommy Turbo out for sounds like 5 to 6 weeks, it'll probably say on here. to be confirmed. But I think the chat I saw was 5 to 6. Um, and I guess they'll be a bit cautious given he was carrying a hamstring. Yeah, so about 5 to 6 weeks. So I think that gives Hopewadi a good sort of runway to make a bit of cash. He's definitely not a season keeper, but he might be that stepping stone to someone like a Campbell or Latrell Mitchell, those sort of picks. So we do have the ability to save a trade here, but I think while we've got some cash making options, we do have to take advantage. So my second trade, like I said, I think Sandon Smith's done his job for us, 130k. Thank you for coming. And the player we're looking to bring in is Dylan Egan. So already made 30k this week, but with Hamish Stewart out, which should be confirmed on here. Again, I haven't had a look at this yet, so doing this a bit live. It's not named there yet, but I guess it will update later. But from all reports, sounds like he had a facial fracture, so that'll be a few weeks out. I think Egan can sort of cement a spot off the bench and looked pretty good. He was hyped up last year as a cheapie option, but just sort of never got in the team. I don't know if it was like a Jack Todd sort of issue where he got injured and that halted his progress, or if he just, sort of fizzled out, whatever the case may be. But he looked pretty good on the weekend, so we can bank 120k. It always does this. Sorry, I forgot. You got to do a trade at a time. NRL Fantasy, not doing me. Hopewadi. Alright, so we'll lock in that trade, and then we can do the Sandon Smith trade to Dylan Egan. Lock that in. Alright, so then I guess what that looks like for this week. We do have a couple of players on bye, so Barnett and Hopgood, so with Gilbert out as well. I think we put Egan in the starting lineup. Metcalf is a simple swap to Cleary, assuming he is ready to go post HIA. Ponga needs to find his way back into the team. So who sits out? Hopewadi we've brought in, so we'll play him. Jenkins against the Cowboys is a tasty matchup. Even though they beat the Raiders, they weren't overly convincing in defence at times. And Nwangani Tuasi against the Rabbitohs, that should be a good game. Toya against the Broncos is probably a tough one, so we'll bring Ponga in for Nwangani Tuasi, and we'll put Toa on the bench. I guess, does Kautoga get a run? We might use Kautoga as a bit more of a flexible option through the squad. And so Hubner should be back this week too. So I guess, so I guess we'll probably end up playing Toa this week anyway. Para against the Dragons. I think Riley Smith just continues to be a slow burn, but we might we'll run the loop. So I think Hubner, Kautoga, Cole against the Cowboys, we don't hate. So Cronulla, Raiders, we don't have an option. So we could just check with Cole's score, but we'll probably play it anyway. So I guess we could try and loop in Smith's score if it's any good, with Stafford Toa playing later in the day. But it will be something like that anyway. And then captain, vice captain. I mean, at the moment, can you go against these guys? They are playing against each other this week. Brisbane and the Tigers. Yeah, so I guess Penrith haven't been firing on all cylinders, so we'll just leave Cleary out of it for a bit. but I think I'll just go with Haas and Terrell May. But we do have a few days until lockout, so we'll have a bit of a look at the team list this week, and we'll go from there. But as always, if you've got any questions, comments, thoughts, feel free to add them below this video. Give us a like if you enjoy the NRL fantasy content in particular. Subscribe for all the fantasy sports content on the channel, and other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.